to Marlins Way, where we find Lone Depot Park. The national spotlight is on MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Miami Marlins. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi, and we got a rubber match on our hands today, partner.
Yeah, the final game of a 3-game set. They've split the first two, and regardless of how important a series is within the larger picture of the season, it's a game you want to get up for. Every series win feels good, so we should see a fun matchup in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Almost ready to get underway, and on the hill in this one, Max Meyer. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
Hesung Kim, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Just missed. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first, and a quick out, number one. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. They do a lot of things well in this offense, Singy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs. And as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Well, what I love about it is it's an organizational philosophy. Whether you go to instructional league, whether you go to spring training, you see these players even during batting practice. When it doesn't matter, they're practicing that type of approach, Boog. And when you have that filtering through the organization, even when you call up a player, they step right in and continue with the pattern that they have established at this level, which ultimately leads to a lot of success.
You know, you translate on base percentage, it's basically this. Teams that have a high on base percentage, they don't make outs at a very high rate. As my buddy Joe Sheehan says, OBP is life. The pitch. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Myers makes the catch. 2 down.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Shohei.
2 outs, base is empty. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. Up the middle. Gets to it with a slide. The throw. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
Boom, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Runner at first with 2 away. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. That's in there. That's strike one.
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
Freeman with another scorching run of play lately. Pitch misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
To the right side, Lopez. To first, and Freeman is retired. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. 1 left for L.A., and now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And today's starting pitcher, Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because you know in the back of his mind, beyond the W, he wants to have a better earned run average.
Xavier Edwards, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
Well, Boog, here's a nugget on Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Well, he rarely travels without his tiny, fluffy dog, Mikan. Mikan is named after a famous mandarin orange from Japan whose peel nearly matches the pup's fur color. I love that name. Here's someone, historically speaking, that prefers day games over night games, so I'm excited to see what he does in this one. I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Struck him out looking.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. Ball one, no strikes. Yamamoto measures 5 feet 10 inches, 26 years old, and he was born in Japan. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss. And now it's even 1-1.
Strike.
And that is out of play. That one missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Up the middle, Kim gets it to first, and the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone, and time now for the Marlins lineup. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Connor Norby.
And Boog, he's a big-time run producer for these guys, man. Leading the team in homers, runs batted in, doing damage on the regular, man. Making opposing pitchers just sweat out there. It's kind of fun to watch. Get ready for a show when he steps into the box.
Agustin Ramirez in the box now. No balls and a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
2 down, nobody on. And down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing for the Marlins. Scoreless after 1. And we're back. Second inning set to go. The batter now will be Will Smith. This guy is an elite level hitter, especially considering contact and just the ability to hit for average. What you really like, though, stays in against those righties, and that's not so easy as a right-handed batter. Swings through that one out in front that time.
There's some players, for whatever reasons, they seem to just face a slew of right-handed pitchers, and their comfort level increased so much that they actually prefer to face that same side thrower in a tough situation.
And strike two. Yeah, most guys struggle against the same side, whether it's left on left or right on right. And this guy's an exception.
No,
just
that
missed.
That's the ball. 2-2.
Hot shot to third. One out in second.
Batting sixth, the left fielder, Teoscar.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Hernandez with just one more homer to reach the 200 career mark. And that skips into dirt.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company.
And now 2 balls and a strike. Second inning here, no score. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Max Muncy at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Oh, 1 now. Right side. Sanchez makes the catch, and that'll do it. So they go quietly there. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied 0-0. Bottom of the second. And now the DH, Connor Norby went off for 2 homers in his last game. Yamamoto back to work. That's a little high, and that's ball 1.
Well, Boog, the story's been told that Yamamoto's bag of tricks is an actual bag that he carries around. Inside the bag, he keeps a yoga mat, wooden blocks, tiny soccer balls, and mini javelins. He uses all of that just for his warm-up routine.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Yamamoto's warm-up includes doing headstands and walking on his palms. He uses blocks to work on body positioning, hurls mini soccer balls into a wall to warm up his arm, and then heads to the field to throw mini javelins. I don't think anyone else is stealing his pregame routine anytime soon.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Almost a coin flip for the umpire in that call, but most umpires just don't want to give pitchers a break up in the zone like that.
Now a chance for David Fry. Right through there for a strike.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Norby aboard here at first with nobody out. Next pitch inside, and it's 1-1. Our plate umpire, Freddie Ferguson. Next pitch is downstairs. Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Throw over to first. Norby back in on a dive. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. Man at first, one away. Battling here as he fouls it away. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Boog, if you can set up a good 2-strike splitter with the fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
Liam Hicks, the next up for the Marlins. One of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. Yamamoto keeping him close. Hicks turning some heads with this recent stretch of impressive play. And a foul ball.
Lots of rookies can have a hot streak, but once the league gets a book on you, starts attacking you differently, things can shift in a hurry. I'm interested to see how he handles those adjustments.
Comes up empty.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Two outs.
Ball.
In the dirt.
1-2.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We played 2 full, no score. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Swing and a foul straight back. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2.
Going to count 1 and 2.
Low.
On the ground, right side. Tosses to the pitcher, covering the bag. And 1 away in the top of the 3rd.
Batting 9, the center fielder, number 25, Tommy
Edman at the plate. First pitch misses. That's a little bit low. Top of the 3rd, no score. That one the other way, and that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
He needed that one. It's been
The
a
batter,
tough stretch at
number
the
6.
plate lately. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
And the batter now, Hae-Sung Kim. There's a strike.
0-1.
One out and a runner at second. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That one out to right. Sanchez ranging after it. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the
Now
commitment that
the
he
shortstop,
showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
There's a strike to Mookie.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking
No
ball
ball.
today.
1 strike.
And that one fouled off. 2 outs and a runner at third. Here in the third and final game of the series. This to third. Fry sends it to first, and the inning is over. So the Dodgers leave one, still no score. Back here in Miami, set for the bottom of the third, and now for the Marlins, Dane Myers. And that's downstairs. Ball 1.
1-0.
Strike
Yeah.
1.
1-1.
Slice to right and foul ball. Off the plate
That's the
inside, and that's ball 2.
Boog, he
2-2.
never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And that's in the dirt.
Count is full.
It's a
Ball
leadoff
4.
walk,
Take your base.
and that's the go-ahead run.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count,
Batting
but
ninth,
I guess
the
he
left
saw it
fielder,
really well.
Griffin.
It's a really nice plate appearance.
And stepping in, the rookie left fielder, Griffin Conine. And fouled off. Myers on at first, nobody out.
Nope. Ball.
The next pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
In the dirt, and the runner stays where he is. Nobody out, runner at first.
Full count.
Just misses there.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Lifted in the air, out to left. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the shortstop, Xavier Edwards.
Now here is Xavier Edwards. 0 for 1 after striking out looking to start the game. pitch a little bit low, ball one. Now move to first. Myers dives back in safely. Squirts away a little bit. Back up the middle and a base hit. The throw in. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
Otto Lopez, the next to hit, rolled out to second in his first at bat. And that drops in for a strike. Runners at the corners, one away here in the last half of the third. Pitch misses there.
Two.
Now 1-2.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Grounder might be two. To second, there's one. On to Freeman. Double play. Inning over.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Ohtani, 30 years old now. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. And that one missing low.
2-0.
Dives and he can't hang on. No throw, and he's out at first.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Freeman, the next to hit, takes ball one. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-1. Ground ball right side, and it's just foul. That was close. Fights that one away, still 1-2. That's down and in.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
That misses. And now it's 3-2.
That's a really good take.
Runner at first with no outs here. And ball four, two aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Fouled off. He was late. Fourth inning underway. No score. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Ground ball left side. Tags the runner for one. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
Now back the left fielder,
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Teoscar Hernandez getting ready to hit. One home run shy of 200 for his career. Outside low. Ball one.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And that's in for a strike. And it's 1-1.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
And there's a ball. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in, and it's 1-0.
Picks himself up an RBI. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
So 2 down. Now the third baseman, Max Muncy.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
Two outs. Now this one's crushed down the line. Hooking. Foul ball.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job. Just couldn't keep it fair.
Foul ball still 0-2. Hernandez off of first with 2 away. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Agustin Ramirez. And there's a foul ball. That one's in there. 0-2 now. Yamamoto sends him packing.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Connor Norby. And ball one. In for a strike and a count 1-1. Right through there for a strike. And delivers outside.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Out.
out on the drop third strike. 2 gone.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. David Fry digs in now. Struck out looking at his first at bat. That one close, ruled a ball. And that is ball 1. And another ball.
High.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. That one finds the zone. 3 balls and a strike. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Take your base.
It's not easy laying off that pitch. It's designed to fool you,
Number
but
7,
he just wasn't fooled at all.
Now it's the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. He's 0 for 1. And that misses.
That's the ball.
And it's 1-0. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Brings it in, and that is that. 1 left for Miami. They're down 1-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Meyer back to work. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike. Hit on the ground to the right side. Ramirez takes it himself. 1 away here in the 5th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Tommy Edman.
And here comes Tommy Edman. Doubled his first time.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
There's a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Next offering is down low. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th.
Now there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Kim in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
1-0.
That's in there. And 1-1. And that one fouled off. And a breaking ball misses outside. Mookie Betts waiting to bat for the Dodgers. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Dodgers down in order. They lead it 1-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. High fly ball out to left field. Hernandez settles underneath it, squeezes it, and there's one down.
The center fielder, number 55.
And now the center fielder, Dane Myers, worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. Myers tries to hold up, appeal to first, and Joe McDonald says he went around. The Dodgers leading by a run, last half of inning number 5. That one just misses, and the count 1-2. And that one is inside. Off the mark there. 3-2 now.
Count is full.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Smith gathers, throws, and it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice 2-strike pitch, though.
Conine batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. High fly ball down the left field line. Hernandez makes the catch, inning over. And we're back. Mookie Betts will get us started. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
And there's a strike. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely. If he's doing damage now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
No, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. He's 2 for 2. Check swing, called strike.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
Missed with a changeup. And a count even 1-1. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. That's inside. 2-1.
2-1.
That one ripped. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotze into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That one missing inside.
Full count.
And that's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
It feels to me like his time on the mound is running short, starting to show some signs of fatigue. So we'll see how much longer they let him go.
Freeman in the box again, takes the strike. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Declan Cronin preparing to come on if needed. Little getting cranked up as well. Swinging a foul out of play. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Lopez to second, and that's 2. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Marlins nothing. Back here at Lone Depot Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And at the plate for Miami, Xavier Edwards. The wind to the pitch. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Kirby Yates looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Garcia also throwing. In there at the knees.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
The shortstop takes the ball. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Well, that's the effect of the splitter that you're looking for on the mound. Really nice pitch right there, and had him out in front over the top. I'm sure the batter was thinking he was getting something else, perhaps a fastball with a little more straight and velo to it.
And now here is Otto Lopez. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Fights it off. He'll see another. And that's downstairs and outside. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And that
Full
skips
count.
in the dirt.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and that'll fall for a base hit.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
And up next for Miami, Agustin Ramirez. And that one fouled off. That missed by a
1-1.
lot. 1 ball, 1 strike. With the tying run on at first here in the bottom of the 6th. Just
That missed.
missed.
That's the ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that is out of play.
Now just about to hit that century mark, 100 pitches for this game.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. And it remains 2-2. Runner goes again. In there for strike 3. Throw. Save. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
The designated hitter, Connor.
So up next,
Norby.
Connor Norby. His righty-lefty splits there. Outside low, 1-0.
1-0. Hey, ha! 1 ball, 1 strike.
Outside with a breaking
That's the ball.
ball.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Fought off foul. Swing and a miss, and that is that.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Declan Cronin.
Now pitching
And compared
for
to
the
a lot of
Marlins,
other relievers, strikeouts
Number
have not been a
51.
big weapon for him this year.
Declan
So the defense should be active.
Cronin.
Well,
Leading off
one-run
for Los
game.
Angeles,
Will
the
Smith
catcher,
to the
Will
plate. 0 for 2 in this one. Cut on and lifted in the air. And that'll get down for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
And now
The batter,
Teoscar
the left
Hernandez.
fielder, Teoscar
Picked up an RBI in his
Hernandez.
last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Cronin, 27 years old, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. That's in there. Strike one.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And a foul ball.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
Got him. And there's one away. And now it's Max Muncy. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Here's your 1.
0-2.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Way inside, and that hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Right fielder.
And now the right fielder, Andy Pages, has grounded out a couple of times. On the corner for a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Way out front for strike 2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Two and two.
In the dirt, blocked. Count moves to 2-2 as the runners hold. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
So far, just one of those days for this lineup. You get a couple of runners on, and you're looking at having a big inning, and that strikeout right there just pours water on the fire. Look for the next hitter to step up and try to do something, pick up his teammate and his glove.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. First offering, and it just misses.
1 ball, no strikes.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
First and second, 2 outs. Kim now at the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
The 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Got him swinging.
A lot of adrenaline. We can see it right there. And sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh.
38.
Kirby Yates.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Leading up.
So
for the
digging in,
Marlins,
David
the
Fry
third baseman,
is struck out, and he is walked.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
First offering misses badly for ball one.
You know, these Marlins being a little too patient at the plate in this game. I'm surprised with all the strikeouts looking we've seen from them. Sometimes you get fooled up there, but it's just happening too often right now.
And he can't come up with it. Still finds a way to get off a throw, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. So up next, Jesus Sanchez.
I mean, they're getting hittable pitches. That's why they're called strikes. But going back to the dugout, knowing you could have done something with what you got is frustrating for hitters.
To the right side. Throws to first. And a couple of quick outs.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Now it's the Marlins catcher, Liam Hicks.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. What a play. Inning over. Miami down in order, and they're down 2-0.
Now pitching for
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Brendan Little.
Well, home runs have been a problem this year. Not doing a great job keeping the ball in the yard so far this season, so we'll see if that factors in.
And now it's Mookie Betts. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. That's off the mark. Ball one.
You know, these Dodgers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. That one missed. Next offering is fouled back. Oh, he gloves it from his knees. The throw. Nicely done for the out.
Look at how he dives right there. Is able to pop up to both knees. Not enough time to get to his feet, but he threw a cannon across the diamond to get the runner.
Here's the charter member of MLB's 50-50 club, Shohei Ohtani at the plate.
Yeah, such a memorable night when Ohtani officially reached 50-50. He was playing in Miami and just happened to go 6 for 6 with 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, and 2 stolen bases.
His 2024 was so impressive. There was a brief moment when people wondered, could he reach 60-60? Just wild. Freeman stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. On the ground, right side. And the Dodgers are set down in order. So they make short work of them there. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Marlins nothing. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Luis Garcia.
Now pitching for Los Angeles, number 57, Luis Garcia.
Dane Myers
Leading up
getting
for
ready
the
to
Marlins,
hit.
the center fielder, Dane Myers.
And a pitch. That one finds the corner. 0-1. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Tanner Scott looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Oh, what a stop. To his knee, the throw, and that's a great play for the out.
Oh, that is such a tough play, but they make it look easy. They slow the game down. That diving stop right there, it's only part of the equation. Then you got to collect yourself, get up, make a good throw, and you got to get it there in time. That's the toughest part, especially when it's got to be on the money.
Griffin Conine, the next up for the Marlins. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Tried to hold up on the 0-2. Now a look down to third. No swing. Eric Summerskill with the call. One down. Base is empty. Out to center. Edman in position. Snags it for the second out.
The batter, number 9, shortstop.
So digging in, Xavier Edwards. 1 for 3. A little bit high.
No, that missed.
And
That's
that's
a ball.
ball 1. Two down, nobody on.
Heck one.
The shortstop takes the ball. The other way. Muncy sends it to first. And that is that. And 1-2-3 go the Marlins. They're still down. It's 2-0. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Jesus Tinoco.
Just trying to keep this one close here. And this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now the catcher up to hit, Will Smith.
Will Smith.
That breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Swing and a miss. Miami's bullpen with some action. Sandy Alcantara, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Quantrill warming up as well. That one 95 to finish him off.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Hernandez
Outside,
in the box
ball.
with one away as he takes ball one. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
2-2.
And that's outside. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And the slider just misses. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk. Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Hernandez over at first with one away. In the dirt, but kept close. And ball four, two aboard.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
The right fielder, Andy.
2 on, 1 out. Now it's the right fielder, Andy Pajes. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. That to right. Sanchez under it. Corrals it. And there's 2 down. So up next, Tommy Edman.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
First pitch misses. Right through there for a strike. 2 outs. A couple of base runners at first and second. And he hits a ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they strand a pair. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Marlins nothing. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Tanner Scott.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Otto Lopez digs in now.
The second baseman, Otto Lopez.
And a strike in there. Scott, an all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Next offering is downstairs. Fouled off down the right side. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 1 down.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in
Now batting,
and close
the
the
first
door,
baseman,
cancel
Dr.
any
Big.
hope that opponent has in
Ramirez.
making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
Ramirez now at the plate as he swings through strike
No ball,
1.
strike.
It's been a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
1 down, base is empty. Foul ball. Stays alive. The next offering
that
misses. 1-2 the count. The Fish down by a pair here in the last half of inning number 9.
Ball.
The changeup missing. The count now 2-2. Swing and a ball popped up. Smith under it. 2 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Connor.
So they're down to their
Norby.
final out. Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Scott is just 1 strike away. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one back there. Oh, he can't bring it in. 2 outs. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Great pitchers duel in this one. You get to a certain point where each pitcher is trying to outdo the other, go a little bit deeper into the ball game, and for these pitchers it really came down to a few key at bats. This was a fun one to watch.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by the Game of the Week. I'm John Shambi. We'll talk to you soon.
Mama business like a Marlins sugar. I'm so kicking like Bukayo Saka. I was so low, but I learned how to fly. Can you believe I was a road runner? I was confined in the dragon's den. I could still breathe with no oxygen. Look what I built from a Xeno flight. Deep in the cold, I was really outside. Lord told me read, so I took his advice. I'm blessed, now I can bring visions to life. Organically, I'm a G. Look at me,